Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermornings. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Never mind the furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's indcd.org. Your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, and musicians. We're also made possible by sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of our ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled the sword to teaching the art to others. Are you going to finish? Yes. Really? Okay. And hates and hellfire. Will you hide that, please? Thank you. A dark secret has claimed 2 lives and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter or cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. Hi. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. And folks. Before we get into it, I, of course, got rated heavily, and now someone is demanding attention. Stuart, are you done? You can go bye-bye now? Okay. Are you going bye-bye? No? You're going to just go around to jump up on me again, aren't you? Anyway, I'm going to have to get one of those covers for my keyboard. All right, folks. Hi. Happy Hump Day, folks. It is Wednesday. As the great frog and toad proclaimed, it's Wednesday, my dudes. And let's make it a good one. I should do some accountability. Accountability for yesterday was actually quite busy, in that I finished designing and ran a nice little game for Xander, which that seems almost superfluous to discuss on a show about writing, but considering everything needs to be written up, the maps need to be designed, and anytime I do that, I save the material because I can then use that later in different publications. It is a great and wonderful tool to have. See, one thing I stress, I beg, I plead, is for you guys to think of ways to Oh, there's a Nerf ball. Okay. to multiply the value of your work. For example, it's the same mentality. This is a Koepp by Lethal Dynamics. Nothing fancy. You guys have seen it before. It is not the world's most elaborate blaster. It cost me a reasonable penny a while ago. But since I purchased it, I've blasted with it. I've done reviews on it. I've mentioned it in videos, and I've now used it as an example. I get more use out of something that I acquired, let alone created. I did a bonus art stream for you guys as a mea culpa. With said art stream, can I help you, sir? Okay. I was able to generate a few pictures. At least one of them automatically got ported over into being a little playing card size token. Now I use those tokens in several types of games, which means I personally have a use for them. I sell those tokens as bookmarks so that other people can use them as bookmarks to keep track of where they're reading or as tokens. So now I'm getting the same image. Can be a poster. It can be a postcard. It can be reformatted as bookmarks, tokens. By understanding ways to manipulate things, you can reuse them to your avail. It's like when you write, okay, maybe you've banged out a poem. Cool. You're going to save your poem. Maybe in a folder labeled poetry, probably on a Google Docs server as at least one side of backup, and then somewhere else locally. So you've written a poem. Cool. Well, now you save those poems, and maybe you can enter that poem in a contest. Maybe you can make some money that way. Maybe you get a little notoriety that way. You save a few of them, they become an anthology. You take the same poem and you put it in a floral script, either by hand or through any number of programs. You slap said poem on a image, and you print that bad boy off at different sizes. And hey, now that poem's become a live, laugh, love for people who are creative. You didn't have to dream up a new piece every single time. That is one of the big things I want to encourage you guys. Not just creativity in production. Everybody who watches this video is capable of creativity in production. I'll say that again. Everybody who watches this video, you guys, whether you're watching it live, you're watching it in the future, is capable of creative production. Not everyone takes the time for creative transformation, creative distribution. And this is what's costing you guys both time and money from the business side of things. So I really want you guys to really look at what you're doing and get that stuff out there. The other thing, and I have to fight this constantly, is the product you don't publish will never sell. Never sell, not sale. Well, never sell either. That ship that is never launched will never sail. Doesn't matter how good or bad it is, it has zero chance. Guaranteed failure if it sits on your computer and dusts. So that means you have to do something with it. So, do so. Okay? I am back working on a couple of my old projects, and I am making progress, but I'm not going to tell you what. I'm going to tell you why. Okay, I was going through some old psychological studies and such. I'm sure right now Carl's ears are perking up. Look it up if you don't pull it up straight to mine. But there's a lot of information out there that basically says telling people your plans before you complete them greatly increases your chance of never completing them. Now, I am stuck in a quandary, being a somewhat read both philosopher and strategist. How do I balance my devout philosophy of building other people up by showing them the way with my learned necessity for Machiavellian studies? Now, I said Machiavellian. A bunch of people are going, ooh, evil, bad, and scary. Machiavelli is not evil, bad, and scary if you read it completely and you understand that even Machiavelli talks about the price of Machiavellian thinking. What do I mean by that? If I talk about Machiavelli, what everybody knows is it is better to be feared than loved. If you have to choose between being loved and feared as a prince, it is better to be feared than loved. This is true. But he also says, essentially, that you may be feared, but you never want to be hated. This is a fine balance. You never want to be unjust. And the other thing he talked about, and surprisingly in depth, is the loneliness of the strategist, which is the idea that the mask that one develops using strategic thinking is incredibly heavy. And if worn constantly, comes at the price of the joy and fulfillment of life. Another way of looking at it is that how do we want to put this? The strategically presented self grows while the authentic self, who you really are, diminishes. And we find that ironically a lot in celebrities. We find that a lot on YouTube, where people burn out not from their streaming schedules or their lifestyle. They get burnt out from having to be the presented self. That's a real challenge to face. Now, there are a couple ways around it. You can be authentic, but understand that you are showing your vulnerabilities. They will be targeted. Or you can balance it out. And when you look at you read Machiavelli's The Prince. I read it many times. I actually wore my copy out. Originally, I read it to understand my opponents. And then I read it to try to understand why certain things happen to me. Now, it's interesting if you know why, because then you get to choose, is the positive, is removing the negative outcome worth the price? Or, as I am so fond of saying, borrowed from a fairly trash movie, allegedly, I liked it, is the juice worth the squeeze? We have to always think that way. We have to be malleable mentally and understand that there are tools in play. And sometimes we have to be strategic, not so much with our peers, although it can help in a competitive industry. I try to avoid competition whenever possible, simply because I don't see it as necessary. But any hierarchical industry, You have to have this. You have to understand the game, even if you choose not to play it, or else you will suffer and not know why. Keeping all this in mind, how do you balance it? How do you balance the ideas of strategic analysis and thinking with the human need for connection, the human need for uh, human need to be authentic? Because I think there's, in the vast majority of us, a need not just to connect, but to connect as our true selves. We're excluding folks like sociopaths and the truly mentally warped. Again, that's Carl's domain, not mine. And I do like to try to stick to my assorted bailiwicks. But the trick is the moderation. To run a parallel, which I do a lot, I've spent my life around PTSD veterans and PTSD individuals, including the dude in the mirror sometimes. Well, actually, yes. And one thing I had to strive and work very hard for was to balance my experience trained hypervigilance into something more like a manageable vigilance. Now, a great many people aren't vigilant at all, and then they're shocked when life kind of nails them. And if you're hypervigilant, you just burn through yourself. It will keep you alive, but it comes at a terrible cost. So you need to find a balance. How much attention you pay, how much how much work you put into it, and then how much vulnerability you have as a result. Let me put it this way. Again, another parallel. I think in parallels. I think in parables. I think in if I were debating this idea from the other side, what would I think? There's a term for it, and I can't remember that style of thinking. It's a distinct term, and I'm terrible with terminology. It's not how my brain works. But a really adept security agent, I mean, like what Secret Service is supposed to be, folks like that, high-end bodyguards, never get to enjoy a concert that their clients attend. For example, if I'm running this thing, if say you're a bodyguard and your client is going to, and it could be anything. We're rest in peace, but BB King did a series of very intimate concerts, to which I regret greatly not going to one. But if you're the bodyguard of someone who's going to one of those, what you're doing is you're paying attention to the exits, you're paying attention to the crowd, you're paying attention to your client, you're paying attention to literally everything but the concert. You have to listen to everything going on except the music. Doesn't matter if you're there. Doesn't matter if you're standing a few feet from the musician at the time. Heck, the musician may be your client. You're not there for that. So that has to be one of the first distractions you remove. You do that for a few years, going to events where you're taking care of somebody, much like parents who take their kids to things, many times don't get to enjoy the thing they took the kids to because their job is to watch the kids. Hypervigilance gets you like that. It saps the life. So there's nothing wrong with making sure you know every exit and have a quick scan, reasonable sketch of an emergency plan everywhere you go. That is called vigilance. Ruminating on it excessively is what will consume you. Likewise, maintaining a false persona all the time is too much. So, getting back to Machiavelli, he said in places outside the, I'm trying to phrase it and stay true, outside the arena, we'll say, you should be able to take the mask off. You have to have places where you can be your authentic self. So if you're getting really burnt out, maybe you're burnt out at work and you do a lot of meetings. Maybe you're burnt out doing streaming. Maybe you're burnt out socializing with certain groups. I want to ask you guys, are you wearing the mask and are you taking it off? And I'll let you ponder on that while we watch a commercial before we switch to the next segment, the fun drawing time. And of course, since we do not have, oh wait, I'm sorry. I know that was a bit educational. So as it was educational, and we'll pop on over to Art. Actually, no, we still have to read your comments. Let's go through you guys' comments, and then we'll pop over to Art. Good morning, says Carl. Good morning. Watched a Lulu video today about indie authors getting deals with traditional publishers. I don't think I'd even want them touching my work, unless there was a huge advance. I don't trust, period, but I really don't trust a lot of traditional publishers of late. So I understand how you feel. And hey, Witzman dude. But guys, if you want to talk into that, let me go. Hi, Donna. Oops, Hermione says no typing. It happens. Oh, good. He got bored and moved on. Hello. Accountability thought I would owe more taxes due to confusing tax paperwork, but we will be getting a bit of back instead. So that should help with new water heater and publishing future. Glad to hear it. Don't forget to like and share, folks. Hey, Nick. Hey, Donna. I'm thinking about printing the Munsey book as a yearly mag. Okay, hold on. I'm going to restart because my brain is outrunning itself today. I haven't had enough caffeine. And that's purely on me. I'll have to fix this because it visually throws me off. Okay. I am thinking about printing the Munsey book as a yearly magazine annual book. Maybe getting others to write up chapters like Aunt Donna did. That sounds brilliant. You have a niche audience, but you have constant updates, kind of like when you're dealing with the Minecraft groups, where the game is constantly updating, so your knowledge base has to update. That's not a bad idea. And I'm not even looking at monetarily. I'm looking at it from a service mindset. And Miney's now looking out the window in my office at the snowflakes. Those in the secret humor group will see the completely unrehearsed or prepped response to how I feel about this morning. I will not gesture that way here without, like, pulling a Colbert. But, my God, where was this at Christmas time? And why is it here for St. Patrick's Day? Begging your finest pardon. Hey, Nick. Hey, Carl. Hey, Donna. No political comment here. Lamau. Oh, you used the S word. Oh, well. And Botrix. Hey, what's up? I'll use whatever words I want to. Mighty's watching Diagnosis Murder. And wakey, wakey, Foxy Trey, Churro, and Dawn. Where's Dan? Hi, sweet kitty. Aw, kitty kisses. Having a hard time getting this going this morning. I can understand that, Foxy. Hey, Foxy. Stuart heard all the cat talk and had to be included. Me just. Hey, Foxy. Hope to sleep this migraine off. It didn't work. I'm sorry, dear. I hope your day goes better. Oh, Foxy. There were all these there were all kinds of magazines about bang news. So I wonder if a Nerf magazine could work. There are some, and there could. There are some good books out there. The problem with it is there are so many digital resources. The target audience kind of runs that way. I would think if I were doing a Nerf written publication, specific mod guides. So, how to modify a common Nerf blaster would probably be, a whole bunch of them. Set them up as digital downloads, and then when you have enough anthology, those bad boys. It might not be a bad way to go. It's just, I don't know. That's an interesting thought. Kinds. My brain auto corrected up. Oh yeah. LL. Not wanting to get YouTube police. Oh yes. Love the word blasters. And yeah. Yes, telling people your plans can be a way not to do them, but it depends on your personality. Some of us are contrary, and we go through the plans. Some people need to announce their plans to feel obligated. Well, I said it, now I have to do it. And it all works out, but I'm not sure. I find if I get motivated enough to do a plan, it may be better for me not to fully talk about it. We have to see. I am a very strategic thinker, but I have to be careful because I will spiral. Metacognition is a dangerous drug. Good morning. Oh, good morning, Trelena. Hi. Oh, shoot. Shuffles off to Mumsy. Trey, we are 130 points away from level 2 on that game. Just waiting for Dawn to awaken. Hey, Trey. Now my presence in chat causes fear in the Muncie community. I guess Machiavelli was right. Tragically, he usually is. I look for a world where most of what he talks about isn't correct, but it is there. Hey, Trey. Hello, Carl Pavlov us again with a single greeting. Ding, ding, ding. Yep. I don't even want to admit how many things I've Pavloved myself on. It's a wonderful use. It's a wonderful tool to use. Dang, slobbered on my phone. Raffle. Over 30. Over 30 years, I can still make her laugh. Good man. I have Mahjong. I have a Mahjong game on my phone that I play down the hall. I can't play it now without having to go down the hall. Oh, I get you. It's always a good sign. Yeah. Thesis and I are having a good laugh together this morning. And I'm glad, yes. Like one just can't hear J.G. Wentworth. Oh, oh, oh. Although I cannot pass the tune test for very long. The tune test being, how long can you tolerate not finishing that? I can to an extent, but what I really want to do is go. And I'm not going to have that mental tension floating there. Donna, am I correct? This November 2027 will be 40 years. Somebody better throw us a party. That's right. You need to mention that to April, Dawn, or Trey. I think I just did. Well, at least Trey. Dawn hasn't popped in yet. Ha ha ha. LOL. Now I got to figure out how long Thesis and I have been together. 24 years. Yeesh. Since we got married on my 31st birthday, it was pretty easy for me. It's pretty easy for me to figure out. 8 years. Dang, Nick is making us think today. Sometimes, not me. I can hear things like that and still not think. It's a gift. Same. Almost forgot to put my like on the video. And if you like intellectual content, be sure to go to Carl's unusual psychology videos. Migraine helps with the not thinking. I reminded you earlier. Joe and I will have been together 25 years in June, married 12 years next month. You had a delightful wedding, and your outfit for your wedding was adorable. Nice, Foxy and Trey. Good morning, everyone. Happy hump day to all. I hope that you had a happy St. Patrick's Day. May the luck of the Irish be with us all. Yeah, I had an interesting St. Patrick's Day. I've had an interesting run lately. But corned beef was had, although in Reuben form for me, or something akin to a Reuben. The tragedy only being there was some beef stew made the day before, and I've enjoyed that. That was my breakfast. I had some cold beef stew for breakfast, and that delighted me. But yeah, we did that. We didn't really do much else specific. We may watch Darby O'Gill at some point when everybody's awake and not doing anything. Hey Chris. Hey Chris. Hey Chris. I don't blame you for getting lost on the Witzman Dude's Muncie book comment. It was convoluted. Thank you. Yesterday I kept busy, so I don't think too much. And greetings for Chris. I saw that vid, and I totally agree with it. I'm glad. Oh, my friends named Nick and their responses to Snow. Priceless and entertaining. I believe the S stuff is here because Bestie is in Tennessee and we're taking care of the chickens and cat farm. Quite possibly. Makes as much sense as anything. Cold as balls. I just talked to Joe. Snow is confirmed for tonight. He'll set up later today. Now, I got a thing that said by Saturday it may be in the 70s. Can March get some Prozac or something? Seriously. Oh, show. It's not Snow. God, show is confirmed for tonight. He'll set up later today. Wonderful. Oh, nice. If my brain settles, I'll be there. 5 likes only? I trust you guys will do more likes than that Text from Dawn, they're okay, but she cannot connect from radiation center. I just hope she's getting through it okay. Cool, Trey. Great, Trey. We need Craves play tonight. Jingles, at least the good ones that get stuck in your head like a burr in fur. Mimetic hazards. Save big money. Good morning, friends. Running slow this morning. It happens, Angelina. Hey, Angelina. The other Nick lives near Pensacola, and his reaction was even more emphatic. I am not surprised, but I've made it through my comments. Guess we'll go another quick ad, and we'll hop back here. Oh, I got to run luck with the Irish. Be back in a little under a minute.
From the moment Security Chief Michael Fassino heard her lilting voice, he was smitten with the Irish lady in distress. But what's invaded his home station at Calidar? And what's that Irish voice doing in his head?
You can find all of Donna Carlene's books on Lulu.com. Find out more about her on the NDCD page at ndcd.org.
Alrighty, and we are back. We are going right here. I knew this was going to come up. So let's see. After all this, I hope Ted doesn't turn green and rip his shirt off. First, personally, I hope he does. I hope he becomes a absolutely ripped monster of musical destruction. I'm here for it. Let's go. Embrace the insanity. I just want him to do well and make it through. Time lapse. And yes, while we are doing that, I'm going to come here, hit new. Oh, I was working on something else. Yes, I did a brief animation project. Not a lot of, well, it was a request I had to tinker with extensively, and it didn't work real well here. We don't need that format. We need you to hide. Go away. Be gone, foul thought. We need that, and we need that. And we need this, the time lapse recording, and morning, Xander. You awake?
I am.
Okay. Gonna have to make toast again. Okay. We'll have a big lunch after the stream. Anyway, 1 second. I gotta close this door because the cats are gone. And I don't want to go all the way there. There we go. Point control. It's a good thing to have. Also, hydration. I just like it away from my computer. It makes me feel better. Thanks for playing my app. And good morning. And Donna said, as a pagan, I celebrate Irish Day rather than St. Patrick. I can't celebrate someone who ran my ancestors out of our homeland. I think I covered my feelings on that whole situation pretty well in that post on how I handle St. Patrick's Day because of all the circles I travel in. And I just want folks to have fun at this point. If enjoying Irish Day, if that's what you call it, call it that. I don't care. I just want folks to listen to good music, eat well, and have some fun and maybe some kindness in their hearts. That's it. Now I'm going to go nature walk as a start. because I'm thinking we're going to be pretty chill. Greetings to Dave. We love Dave. Almost level 2. Monster Mash Wednesday. That could happen. We don't celebrate it either. More day of remembrance for us. I can understand. Morning, Vander. Morning, Vander. Okay, let's go through the line. Foxy says good morning. Carl says good morning. Donna says good morning. And she had chocolate chip banana crepes for Irish. Ooh, groovy. Now, it is cold. It is absolutely miserable. And at some point in the near future, because I love my wife oh so much. Chris says good morning, Xander. Angelina says good morning, Xander. You're popular. He's been doing so much better. We're going to start with the beautiful blue sky. Oh, yeah. And I'm like a not playing beautiful blue sky. Let's go. I want the kind of beautiful blue sky right now. This is picture book blue sky. Let's go. Now, I don't want your clouds. I rebuke your clouds. And, what back to it? Oh, let's go. Got my glass. This is definitely going to be one of those Nick has his glasses off scenes. I'm here for it. Got beautiful blue sky. Now we're going to add ourselves another layer. It's supposed to be his 80 today. It's going to be 50s later in the PM. You're supposed to be sorcery. But that's a little excessive. Baking your finest part. There we go. Just easy. Just, oh my gosh. I have to be careful not to close my eyes on this one. Because, like, I am absolutely ready to get laid out in the sun doing, well, in the shade in the sun, you know what I mean. Those of us who are melanin deficient here. Okay. I just want a cheeseburger in paradise. Well, that could be good. Yeah, you know what? We're going to go like almost monstrously cliche on this one. But this one is not about, wants. This one is about needs. And I am long past needing some rich Corinthian leather. No, some warmth and the thought of some semblance of a paradisial. It's a little much, isn't it? We'll see. I am going for the ultra cliche. I am not striving here for a heavy duty work. I am just dialing in the fact that we need some bossa nova later, which I'm going to be jamming to. I'm going to find one of those bossa nova Rio de Janeiro kind of vibes. And I am absolutely going to just lose my mind. Because I think we need it. I mean, this is the part that's on the... We be jamming! Yes. And yes, it's going to go from 30 to 70 in like a couple days. I'm going to be in agony. Supposed to be 80 today. Yikes, we went from 50s to 80s. One hot summer, yes. It's gonna be a hot one, right? Temperature's supposed to go freezing, 39, and then lowest temperature will be 40 next 2 weeks. But we'd be jamming. High of 82 on the 29th with 60s and 70s for highs, 2 or 3 80s for highs. Wow. Man, yeah, man. It's good. It's good blood. Yeah, man. It's good. It's good. Can't remember who did the song about not indulging with Willie Nelson again, but that would be a fun. There's some people I think it would be very cool to be a designated driver for. You know what I mean? Although, I mean, if you're doing that job right again, you're certainly not bothering the clients. But again, this isn't. Oh, absolutely. We're just going to do that. We'll go. Just give a little bit of, you know, tropical island, frondy looking, reedy things. I'm not pushing myself on this one. And that's not to say I'm being lazy, because I'm not. I'm just looking for that very, very chill vibe. Wow! Let's get rid of those. I don't like those. I need to be chill, not glacial. Anyway, there we go. Just throw some of these guys in. We're just gonna chill out. I would not mind a nice, quiet, warm spot on the coast. But honestly, and I hate to say it, I really do kind of like the southern tip of Lake Michigan. It is shark-free. It is beautiful when the weather allows, and is a lot cheaper. Let's see. Last night he dreamt of Gloria. Yeah, let's go. Gloria Estefan music. Here's the thump down the hall. Nope. Either Bigfoot or cats. Don't want to know. Spring break weather this weekend. Oh. Okay, we've got this nice little thing. What does this need? This needs a sun. Yeah. This will make sense in a second. I'm figuring something out. Is that right? No, that is not right. That is right. I need a nice, very sun-bleached looking sideways boat that probably needs to be worked on, but that's not happening today. Just put the spoke here, tilt it on its side. I still say the professor was a diabolical genius. That man could make anything out of dang near anything. He could have gotten off that island anytime he wanted. However, he was on that island with Mariana Ginger, plus if he wanted to be truly villainous, even Lovey. And his only real competition on the island was the fat skipper and his little buddy. Now, I'm not saying anything about those two fine established gentlemen, but I'm just saying that for a 6-foot-tall genius, those are some nice odds. Well, what do you guys think? Do you think I'm silly, or do you think that it's possible that the good professor quietly sabotaged any and all efforts to get the heck off that island because he was having a little bit of movie star and lab tech on the side? Oh, Marianne forever. Well, that's obvious. I am very much team Marianne, team Velma. I know my type usually. Yep. Yep. This is. Are you feeling it yet? Are you feeling it? I'm feeling it. Good time to replace your mulch in your garden. Start planting flowers and stuff. We have to wait a little bit longer where we are. We're gonna set up gardens and mulch and things, but oh no, it's just one of my favorite. Actually, we're not gonna do that here. Come on, we're gonna add a layer. We'll do that right here. We'll put that in there. Well, it's not the color I was looking for. That is though. Drawing can be quite challenging on the YouTube because I have to be very careful, very demure. So as to not upset or confuse the censors too much. That's not what I'm looking for. That is though. We're gonna come back up here. Do this. Just keeping the world a little more amusing. If she weren't, the tag could even work. Just have to say I proudly answered one of the great questions on where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Yeah, it seems like you guys are enjoying just the chillness, so we'll just do this. I know Chris will like this one. So we're going to do that. Keep it. There we go. Using a painterly approach to figures is very different from how I usually roll, so I'm working on it. But this seems like a very, very, very summery, indoor garden, herb garden. We're going to get some things started. We're going to do some of the plants that do better with the start, get my herb garden. I'm still mad. Maddie killed off one of my plants years ago, and it still makes me cranky whenever I start thinking about planting them. Because they're doing so well. Anyway. Oh, I know what this needs. We need some miners. And I know you heard that and went, oh, no. Seagulls. Going, mine. Yeah. Ooh, fresh mint is amazing. I don't cook a lot with basil. Maybe I should. I usually stick to the spices I'm most familiar with. Being onion powder when I need it, garlic as a default, garlic, black pepper, red pepper, cayenne, chili powder. What else do I use? Ginger. I like to cook with ginger. I like garlic. I like real ginger and the baked stuff, the powdered stuff. Just depends on what I'm doing. Oh, so late. Tell me this isn't the most chill, sleepy, and kind of lazy. Ooh, big bowl of chili. If I didn't have a huge bowl of beef stew, chili would be something I'd go for. Man, although I could off, but I have corned beef, so I'm gonna have some more Reuben in the near future. Let's see, what else does this need? I'm almost tempted. I'm going to see about something. I'm almost tempted, and I don't know if I can pull this off. But we'll see. I may not. I may decide I don't like this. You know what? This is why undo buttons exist. Okay. That is not what I'm trying to grab. Thank you. I don't need much more space, but if I grab that, right? And I say, move. What do you mean, no objects to transform? I have a huge chunk to transform. Okay. Deselect. That was an odd effect. What happened there? Let's try this again. Because what I should be able to do is do this. Go here. Nope. Okay. Undo. Now I'm going to do this inside the lines a bit. I can fix it later if I do that. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. I get it. Took me a second. But I get it. I can't do that because I'm on my own layer. And I would have to... Okay. I like this, so let me do some things to make my life a little easier. Do that. Now it's mostly one layer. Now I can come here. Undo. No. I don't need much more space. I just need to be able to pull this up a bit. Hopefully, like so. Okay, undo that. I'm going to come here. I'm going to do this on this layer so I don't risk anything. Grab myself a big old brush. Yeah, I can fix that part. I can fix that part. I can definitely fix that part. This. I'll fix that before I forget. What was that? Okay. Ow. We're going to go here. We're going to just, well, I think on this a bit. So, wrong way. There we go. Do some of this. Hey, do I want to give myself a challenge? Yeah. I want to give myself a challenge. Actually, I need to do some different layer though, because I really don't want to goof this up. Get rid of that. Add the layer again. There we go. There we go. I'm going to have to work on this. Oops. I'm just using this kind of gray to get the cut in. Okay, I know how I'm going to do that. So we're going to go back to this gray. Just build the cup. Now, come over here. Just like so. I have not really had a chance to work on doing this, so I'm rusty, but we'll see how good an effect I can get without going back and checking tutorials. Seagulls on the beach are spoiled by tourists. Seagulls will fly above you. If you had crackers, you could toss them, and they would catch a cracker in the air. Oh, I understand. Oh, beef stew is amazing. Charcoal at my door, my desk. I think they're trying to tell you something. Probably that it's about 11 o'clock. Or perhaps even a little past. Now, we're going to add a layer. Blend mode. Now this, I think I want soft light. Yep. I want soft light. I think I want orange. Is that dark enough? Nope, that won't give me the look I need. That's going too high. I may have to go back to my original plot. Close them. Like so. It's not a slushy, but it'll do. So high enough in there? There we go. A little higher. Now we're going to come over here. We're going to go just like this. Make a surface of it. How's that looking? Not bad. And now we're going to come over here. Oh, I have to use light. Add another layer. Try normal for now. Yep. I think it needs to be, yep, slightly grayer. White. Like I said, it's been a long time since I tried to do this sort of thing, so thank you for being patient with me. So I don't know if I like this effect, so I'm going to have to do it. And what's that? No. Overdid it. Hold on. Wait, let me do this. Put it back. Is the problem the opacity? Yes, it is. There we go. We'll just do that a little bit. And then we can do. It's not perfect in any way, shape, or form, but I haven't drawn something transparent in a very long time. Study, I cannot complain. Well, I could, but why would I? That's not bad. Oops, wrong floor here. No, not yet. Wrong brush. I like that idea. And we're just struggling along, guys. Shading. This look good, guys? I think this looks good. I don't know. I really, hold on. I really want. Yep, hold on. Now let's see if I can get some. Condensation on my glass. That's not bad. See, I gotta show some dabblings in technique, or else what's the point? Right, guys? It's good, though. Alrighty. I like this one. I like this one enough. I'm gonna sign off on it. And we will file save as, what shall we call this? I think we should call this, Dinner in Paradise. Save that. And we're going to export, just like I always do, PNG, for the folks who need it. Export the time lapse. That's one of my better ones. I have to do another massive time-lapse upload and approval thing. But what's the 23rd? Never mind the furthermore. And it went black. That's fine. File, export single layer, JPEG. 223. NTF 32326. Let's go save. Okay. That's not bad. It's a fun one. We got there. We went some places. I'm going to take a bit of a break to pause the background music. Let's see. Background music gets stopped. We'll worry about that later. We need a new ad. Who needs an ad? Let's throw Tash's ad out. All right. Anybody got any requests, or am I just cranking something else awesome out? I think I'm going to crank something else awesome out. So let's get something a little less chill. We'll go quitting time. I'm just in a mood. File new. Yep. For the time up. What am I feeling like doing now? That just felt too bright. My new glasses haven't come in yet, so I went to the eye doctor recently, and they found out that my glasses were all kinds of messed up. I've had a headache ever since because I got to have my eyes in real glass, what they're supposed to be, for a minute. Let me see. Oh, thank you, Tom. Use that. Oh, I'm making several mistakes. Hold on. Ah, that's blinding. Okay, there we go. Now I can play. myself to use a lot of shapes that I don't usually use. Not always. I need to do something different with the hair too. I feel a little bit of a rut going on that I need to work on, but some of this action. Just start building this character out. Huh. Here. Comes back, so it's going. Just finding my way. Think of the angle of that. So that's sharper. That. It gets harder sometimes when you realize like things artistically, like how a shield should be strapped. Which, boy, am I going to be doing a lot in that department. In the very near future, I have a group of people who will be getting their new Hi, Matthew. And, oh, there's him talk about his Kickstarter, read his comic at the Night Slayers. That's awesome. How are you doing, sir? I guess I'll do girl in armor, lady in armor. In a very pencil-y style. Oh, I'm glad to hear it, man. What have you been up to, sir? You have a good St. Patrick's Day? guess the that. That's going to be the inside for the other half. I'm just doing a good character and not really pushing too hard. Again, I just want a fun, chill art day. Well, but like I said, I'm glad you're doing well. Hope your project's doing well. I'm just kind of banging along. I kind of like the sketchiness. Not gonna lie. I should have done this across a couple layers, but I had found my groove, and I am very protective of my groove. Especially since this was supposed to be just a sketch layer and instead coming out to be a bit of a pain in the butt, really. This one. Okay. So I'm just about finding the groove, so to speak, getting into it, and coming around. I want you. Oh, double text. That's cool. I want to check something. Yep. Cool. Oh, yeah. We come right back here. Do a little bit more cleanup. Clean I'm very much going for that hand-drawn look. I'm going to have to do something about that tantric mess over there. But I don't want to fully lose the hand-drawn look. It means I'm going to have to do a little bit of cleanup work, but that's okay. Oh, Dave's complimenting the comics that Matthew did, and I think that's really cool because Matthew does a neat project. Whoops. I'm just having kind of fun with this particular picture. Come over here. Erase all this. Crap. Oops, undo that part. So that needs to be erased there. Come back over here. Just trying to get her vibe. Let's wait to the shield. I think this one's coming up pretty quick. Back and visiting, playing with connections, details. Ironically, when I'm drawing someone in armor, it's very close to my approach to mecha doing mecha art, where you're greebling. It's like, okay, wait, this is gonna need a rivet here. Need to bulk this arm up a bit. Like so. Multiply this. Oh yeah, I like this. It's very, I think tasteful is the right word for it. This is definitely one of those where I'm trying to get something akin to a very hand-drawn look to things. We're just trucking along. So I think this works pretty well. We just highlight a few parts, get everything to just settle, but no, sometimes you just want to go for the softness. Sometimes you just want to go for the softness. I have to leave that one. Middle. Back here it's going to be darker, but Just trying to get a vibe here. And yeah, I don't even know what you define this. Oh, there goes my kickbot. Good to have one of those, but it looks like it's a good point to take a moment. So I am going to stop the stuff. I am going to run an ad probably for Dawn, and I'll be back in a little over a minute. Yes. No. 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 I have to do art. Go get Dusty. I will cuddle you after, but I have art to do, my silly, silly cat. Now, I got my new window insulation put up, but I don't need to do that. Okie dokie, we are back at it. And we are at the second one. Little man's still asleep, which is fine by me. Okay. I'm looking for. I want another multiply layer. I want to darken the hair more. This might be too dark. Which is why. Do I like that? Kind of do. Like, there's a part of me that really would love doing a whole, like, comic or something in this particular art style. Oh, this one's very artsy, but has a certain rather specific charm to it, I think. What do you guys think? Does she have merit? I think she has merit. I think she's a heck of a character, to be honest. So, how am I dealing with this? I wonder. Into that. Into this. come all the way down here. We pull out our eraser and erase some of the more superfluous lines. Like oh, went too far on that one. Actually, no, I kind of like that one. This there. That's a little better. I don't think we need that line. Not that area. Not that. I'm still. I know this color's ever so slightly darker. And might be just a little necessary. Might be too poppy. Let's see. Oops, that was not the one. Hold on. That's what I forgot. Okay. That's what I did wrong. Okay, I missed a spot. I forgot to turn the music back on too. So you'll have to forgive me that. But oh, there we are. Now, whose music? Whatever. Thank you. Your comments are always welcome. The quiet art stream. Not the end of the world. Should she be wearing a helmet? Yes. Is Jill Barrett probably a little disappointed that she's not? Probably. But I don't think she's going to come at me, so as long as Jill Barrett doesn't come at me, I can. Since everybody's chill, I get to be chill. Oh man, I went back to bed. Oh, I'm tired. Go to bed. But digging it? Gives extra texture to the whole ride. 2, 4, something. And it doesn't have to go all the way. It could be supplementary here. Supplemental chainmail. A little bit thin flat. The front skirt has a chainmail backing. That looks pretty cool, I think. Let's see. I have 2 birthdays coming up I have to deal with. My lovely wife and my lovely son. That's okay too. Actually, 2.5 track down in the race. It's going to be a pain in the butt. More on it. Just working along. And that's okay too. Because if you're working at it and you really love it, you don't mind sitting and grinding the details out. You just get the picture done. Oh. Oh. So. How does that look? That looks pretty good. I have to look at the different screen because they're different tints, and it makes me notice things. When I notice things, I can come back. I can do things to fix the things I notice. That I feel, warrant. Oh, yeah, boy. I have a lot of territory on this picture I can work with, don't I? My eyes are so... Sorry, guys. Oh, my brain's just a little fried. But that's not really bad for the amount of effort I'm putting into it. When in doubt, you do this. And this. What? Okay. Something wrong there at the end. I burped it. That's not bad. I mean, it's not making use of the format right, but okay, man. You can do it again. It always takes a couple tries. Get it like I want. Oh wait, you know what? So that's where I went wrong. That's what it needed. Yeah. Brush so wide. I'll do that. Now it's looking good again. And this. That's almost freaking mysterious. Look at that. Look at that piece here just ghosting out. Oh. Almost. One of these ones did not get pushed enough. I'm trying to make that almost petable feel. And I don't know if I'm conveying it right. Oh no. But I kind of like forgot too. Oh god. Okay, now I'm going to actually go here, add one more layer, grab my pen, grab the light gold, go. Well, let's do that. Nope. I do that. Gotta switch to my mouse because my mouse is a little more reliable. There we go. Here. White. Oh, I have I would be erased for this particular soft eraser. Okay, use that. Okay. Normally I love the framing, this time I don't. I like that without, which is really weird. It's not like me, but okay. We don't need fun. We do need the signature. No, it looks better. It's not. Okay, do we like that? Alrighty. Now, save as. Burnished leather of leather, sword leather. Like that. Sport that. Sport that. I got a little interesting with it. We're gonna put that in one. I hope you guys are enjoying this, and if you need educational stuff, we can go. I'm only 2 hours in. I still have one more picture to do. And y'all are being quiet. Okay. I have something to do just real quick before I forget. Remember how I was talking about using cards? Image. Okay. Remember that gold I wasn't sure about? Yeah. How to get real sure. Do this. Right. And I am simply going to sign off on her. Back in that same gold. And this one gets saved as burnished sword. Burnished leather sword lady token. So I have yet another new thing that I can use based from my old art, just like I talked about. Well, I can come back later and put that to good work. This is how we improve, folks. Close. Close. I will save that. I need one more new one. And let's see. What are our requests? Nothing there. Let's check the messenger. I also have some other art I need to throw around, but no. Okay. Okay. Oh, time to do something else. I need to hear from an entirely different country, so we're going to do that. We're going to run an ad.
Hi, I'm Auntie Foxy, and I'm a crafting addict. I make custom jewelry from recycled materials, and Foxy has wares if you have coin. You can find me at indcd.org/about-auntie-foxy. I hope to see you there.
All right. Now, what am I doing now? Okay. This one. Wait a second. No, wrong one. I realized something. I almost goofed the booch. All right, reset. Yep. I forgot my original purpose. So let's go media assets real quick. Tap feeding the ducks. Kids playing dress up in two big shoes. We can do something like that. I like that idea. That's cute. First, I have to do this because I realized I forgot to. Now, I really never minded the furthermore this time. Do something like that. Now we'll go export single layer, JPEG, 325, 26. Okay. There. Do that. Close that. We'll save that. Okay, so I don't have two. Oh well. Kids playing dress up in too big of shoes was what came up. Hold on, let me bring that up. Kids playing dress up in too big clothes shoes. So we need a light blue. Okay. This. I need to play with the sky. Do this. Wrong tool. Feel free to laugh. It's okay. I laugh at my parts. I don't want this. Let's put this over here. Shrink it down just a bit. Do this. This is just the blues, doesn't it? I'm just trying to get the jam in, Foxy. Glad you're still sticking around. This is a cute concept. Okay, I might, yeah, we'll just do this like that. I'll figure it out. And I got everything right except the placement. Oop, undo that. Now we'll just come over here. I'm still in a fantasy mood, so I'm thinking that like kids are kids, and like they'll, it doesn't really matter the era. There's still a kid's gonna kid kind of situation. There we go. Give him a little caddy plush. Loose. Ah. Am I going to do a bit of heartbreaking? Oh, yeah. I'm going to do a little bit of heartbreaking right now. Nope, that's a little too big. I don't want to do that way. I need more room for his feet. Hold on. I'll get there. Should be about that long. I'm not crying, you're crying. You guys don't know this, but tomorrow I get to celebrate little man. My little man turned 17. I don't know if we're going to have a party. Oh, I know what's wrong. I want to ink this with my zero pen. There we go. And we have a year to file out some very important paperwork. But yeah, 17 years old. I love him more than anything. That's what was bugging me. The orientation of that board was just bugging me. Sorry, I got quiet for a second there because I got into the fine details. I'm just thinking about things. Thinking about little man. And remembering times when he was much, much more little. But We're getting there. Just trucking through a lot of odd details, huh? Okay. That's what happened. I combined a couple things. That's okay. I think I'm getting it fixed as I go. It's important to tell fairy tales to children, not because dragons exist, but so that they know they can be beat. If that's overthinking the situation. Treat your children well. Just had the blues for a second. Fix. This line is simple. Sorry. There we go. Oh, this one certainly came out. It is a picture. Yeah, that one came out pretty good. Again, sorry if I got quiet about it, guys. I just... Oops. Man, I don't know which one is hitting me in the feels that I didn't know I had today. I did not know I had that gray feels today. Whoops. Forgot what that gap is. Okay. Oh, I'll undo that too. Thank you. Does that count enough as a gap? Not real worried. Not multiply. A lot of gaps there, huh? Okay. We'll fix it. That's what I've spent a good amount of time doing, is chasing gaps. Let's see. I think I got it this time. No. Well, let's see. Back up here, grab that. You guys, this is breaking my heart. This one is giving me all the feels. And, yeah, I honestly don't think it. Yeah, I can't. I'm about done with this. This one, whoo, y'all. I'm sorry. I got emotional for a second there. Yeah. Sometimes it's not the complicated ones that get you. Oh, I forgot to record the time lapse. I'm not worried about it. I think I'd cry if I had to watch that time lapse go. So, I'm not even kidding. I'm tearing up over here. Why did I get to be such a misty-eyed goof? File export, JPEG. NTF. Three. Double check. 27. Yeah, that's 27, 26. Huh. Oh, your character, Emily Niles, just wrote an article on the Loch Ness Monster. Very nice, Matthew. That is very cool. So you have whole files of your character just doing stuff. I love that. At one point, I actually, before I left X, one of my characters had their own account, and they would answer things, and it was a good time. I kind of hate having to have left X because I actually knew some good people through there, but I just couldn't support what was going on. That happens sometimes, though, doesn't it? Let's see. Be back in 25 seconds. Alrighty. There we go. Well, guys, I think I need to run a quick ad. Oh, I'm going to run a little bit of ads because I want to compose myself. I'll be back in just a bit. Sorry, this won't scroll.
It's time to scan, that is the plan, with Carl and Dawn to catch a fawn or unicorn. We're so forlorn, we got a Koepp, so here's our rep. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we've got to Munsey. Download that app and help us Koepp, and you can play it too. Munsey is good exercise, good for your heart and for your thighs. Dawn is such a lovely lass. Come on, Dawn, get off your chair. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we got to Munsey. Download that app and help us Koepp, and you can play it too.
Hi. This is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
Nope. Fix that. Well, folks, we've had an interesting stream. We got a little under 3 hours. We'll call that a good run. I will be back, barring disaster, Friday for Nevermind the Furthermore and the Historical Fencing Guild's live stream. I need to get back into that. Had to miss for a couple weeks due to some difficulties. But looks like we're stable for now. So we're going to stick at it. Guys, thank you. I want to thank the 7 folks who've been watching from all over the place. And I want to thank just everybody. Tomorrow's a big day. I got some celebrating to plan. So for a little man. And we're just going to go with that. Guys, keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating, because as long as you do, you can edit it. You can improve it. But you can't edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too.